بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
I am a current member of MEP, particularly dealing with convert care, and it's an outreach program that is essentially trying to service new Muslims and those members in the community that are kind of disconnected from the masjid. And we've come together to create an organization that will service these brothers and sisters in our community.
I think our work really began with this whole issue of awareness, this need to engage the community in a conversation around the importance of providing support for new Muslims.
We have the privilege to have Imam Salim Khalid giving a number of khutbas here, and last Ramadan at Tarawih time he came with some other members of MEP, and they made a wonderful presentation, and the response of the community was very good.
It's really all about going out and talking to people. MashaAllah, Brother Salim did a great job of being that face for MEP, and people know him as MEP, like they're synonyms now. So the Convert Care Network that came out of that was another great piece.
We began really a dialogue on the importance of new Muslim support.
I always call them in my community the neglected ones, even though they're part of our community, but they're always the ones whom are neglected by the community itself.
I strongly believe that the Muslim community have plenty of resources, and what we need is some information and organization.
We began to compare notes. It made sense that if we could collaborate, if we could cooperate, we would become stronger in our capacity to really serve.
The benefit of connecting with different communities is, to learn more from each other's experiences. You have some communities that don't experience a large number of converts. Coming together as communities in Michigan really brings that awareness, really brings that understanding, really brings people's experiences together where we're able to address this major issue.
In every Islamic center, people come to Islam or convert to Islam very frequently, but none of the Islamic centers that I know of have an idea about how to organize classes and programs that accommodate these newcomers to Islam.
How do we really go about doing that? What are the steps that we can take to really begin the process of doing it?
A lot of communities have dawah programs, but not necessarily once somebody accepts Islam, what happens after that? And that's where they team up with MEP.
This is exactly the type of things that we're trying to do. The type of classes that MEP offer currently would be classes on how to perform the Salah, a very basic understanding of Islam, covering the pillars of Islam and the articles of faith. We also have a Ramadan intensive course that talks about fasting as well. And we're currently working on a volunteer training program as well. There are many programs going on throughout the community, but we do have brothers and sisters who are not able to attend simply because they don't have transportation.
We've reached the point, though, we feel with this collective group that is growing, that it's probably the time to really look into the purchase of a vehicle, handicap accessible, senior friendly, that can do several things.
We have seniors, we have those with disabilities, and we have those who perhaps they just can't afford to get to the masajid. And many of them are unable to attend Jummah. They're not able to attend the janazah of some of their friends. And even they're not able to attend some important halakas. And this isolation sometimes can really bear on their spiritual growth.
The idea is probably to coordinate amongst several different communities in terms of sharing the responsibility for the vehicle. And when I say sharing the responsibility, trying to coordinate schedules and making it work. And this is something we feel we're ready for. Invariably, everywhere that we would go, people would talk about the desire to give the Muslim a gift when they take Shahada. And this is one of the beauties of Islamic culture.
We created the packets and we were thinking about, okay, these are new people, what things could they benefit from?
I believe these packets are very important, and I have seen many people convert to Islam simply because they got access to Islamic knowledge from its authentic sources.
What we're looking to do moving forward is to establish a physical presence. We've reached the point now where we feel we're probably past the point where we need physical office space. We have a location. We understand that the Metro Detroit area is a very big area. We know that everybody is not going to be able to come down to it, but we'll try and do it as centrally located as possible, as convenient as possible, but something that puts us finally on some type of concrete foundation, if you would.
Sometimes for people that are new, going into a musalla or a masjid can be intimidating.
That there can be a place where, yes, there will be some, there will be an office, there will be a place where we're holding classes and conducting classes, but this won't take away from the extended environment that we've tried to create by virtue of our relationships with the Islamic centers and the masjids. We have a lot of people from really all over metropolitan Detroit that approach folks, our volunteers and the people that are involved with convert care and support, and say, I want to help.
Training is crucial. We know how to speak about Islam in a way, but we do not have enough skills and training and understanding of the needs and the hopes of the newcomers to Islam. I'm talking about the social, intellectual, and spiritual needs.
The reason why it's important to have the appropriate staff is because, you're dealing with a very delicate matter. So the simplest things could really make this person run away and never come back.
Every new Muslim that comes to Islam is living their own individual life. So we can never have one formula that's going to fit everyone and then say that, voila, we're done. So the training incorporates a lot of different aspects.
The Prophet, peace be upon him, would have people stand on the borders of Medina to welcome people. And he would choose the best of people to do that job. He would send the poets, he would send certain companions that were humble, they were well respected, they were very wise in their approach. So to have people is not only something that's recommended, but it is, part of the prophetic tradition.
Allah orders the Muslims to assist each other in doing good and in doing good, righteous, pious deeds. So what we're trying to do is assist those who are trying to become active members as well.
Hopefully, with the growing number of communities, we have growing number of supports.
What MEP is doing is phenomenal and very much needed, and I believe every mosque and Islamic center should cooperate with.
And I really like this about MEP and convert care, is that what it's become is a convergence of thoughts and ideas. And what we say to people as we talk to people, and what I say to representatives of Islamic centers and masjids when I go out, is that we will share with you what we have. We share ideas, we consult with one another, we share food, we share whatever resources Allah has made available to us. I believe that in my heart of hearts. And I believe that if people begin to taste that, they'll never go back to the old way.